This is the Rarebreed FRT, which stands for Forced Reset Trigger. It's a complete drop-in trigger once you pull out the standard. We put it in this 10.5 Bravo company. It's got a 15-degree BCM gunfighter on the front, the SBA on the rear, so it is still considered a pistol. Found that it actually runs a lot better on this weapon system versus a 16.5 or anything else. It needs a little bit more pressure coming behind it. But the way this trigger works is it forces the reset after every shot. So it actually rapid fires faster than you can normally fire it by squeezing each independent shot. So we're gonna go ahead and put 30 rounds through it here. And then we've got a suppressor that we'll put on, and we'll try it with a suppressor and see which one works better. So as you can see, it runs pretty well. We'll go ahead and give you a view of the target. I forgot to do that in the first video, or I would have made it a contiguous shot. But we're at about 15 yards. As you can see, it's still a pretty decent target grouping or shot grouping, considering, I mean, it is a rapid fire system. It's a lot more accurate than a bump fire stock or anything like that. One thing that I have noticed that it does work better with a suppressor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this hybrid 46 octane on here. It only has a 30 caliber end cap on it, so it's still gonna be a little bit louder than it should be. But we're gonna go ahead and see what we can get to do running on this. I've got the ASR adapter on the end of this thing, so it's kind of like a quick release and quick attach. But this thing does get pretty hot. So let's see how she runs with this. So as you can see, the cyclic rate on that is actually a little bit faster. We'll go ahead and let her cool down and try and run some drills and see what happens. All right, so ran pretty well with the suppressor. We're gonna try and run this PMAG D60 through it, see if we get any kind of jams or hangups at all. It's been functioning pretty well, pretty flawlessly since, haven't had one issue. So let's see how it runs, a little bit more ammo in it. Looks good. Let's go look at the target. So we've got a few missed here outside, but as you can see, I mean, all the rounds that we've shot, pretty much everything's in that little silhouette. Like I said, we're only at 15 yards, but it's functioning pretty well with zero issues so far. So A+. All right, everybody, I'm gonna give you a little bit of like an unboxing here. This is the trigger itself, the Rarebreed FRT 15, which stands for Forced Reset Trigger. It comes with a nice little packet of information here and 2 anti-walk pins to put in where the old pins come out. This is it, all enclosed. Nice little package here. It's got their US patent number on it. And the anti-walk pins are right here in the box. So in the instructions, it's going over waiver and release. This company seems to be pretty good so far, everything that I've noticed. We put about 1,000 rounds through this BCM and had no issues at all. No jams, no hangups, no failure to feed, none of that. The weapon system that we were using it with is this BFH BCM 10.5. I've got a ASR mount on the front for the suppressor. I did notice that the cyclic rate was much better with a suppressor as opposed to just running it without. I haven't had a chance to run it on a 16.5, but I will. Optic I'm running is the Trigicon MRO with the LaRue angled 2/3 co-witness, just so I can get a little bit higher when I'm running my hand on the front for the flashlight. I like to be able to see over that, and that's what this is going to do for you. So the lower is this is the 15-degree BCM gunfighter pistol forend. And the lower is just going to be a BCM standard pistol. I've already went ahead and removed the trigger, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to install this one. The only thing that I had to do is loosen the grip right here so I can get it down, because it does actually feed behind your trigger switch. You should always have a certified gunsmith be operating on your firearms. I'm an AR-15 armorer, so I'm a little bit familiar with this weapon system, so I'm okay with this. But just a disclaimer, this is for information purposes only. I'm not teaching you guys how to do anything. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. So as you can see, it lines up perfectly with those pins. And then you're going to go ahead and slide your safety back in there. You just got to get past that pin on the other side, that detent that's hanging up. So now it's there, and then you're going to go ahead and tighten this right back down, ensuring that you're not going to pinch this spring on the other side. Go ahead and tighten this down right here. And then all you got to do is put those anti-walk pins back in, and that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and cut it off here in a few, but like I said, you just take these anti-walk pins. I've already installed nuts on either side of these right here. We're going to go ahead and line this back up, push these pins straight through, and there you go. Once you put the bolts on the other side to tighten it up here, it stays in place, and it's that easy. So that's it. It's a lot easier than the other triggers that I've used. I've had a couple different ones. This one functions flawlessly as of now. It does have a pretty high rate of fire, which I do like. The last one I had was the CMC trigger. I really like the flat trigger on that, but the way that this one functions with the rapid fire is pretty cool. So just want to give you guys a little preview. Thanks.